Welcome back to the Growth Archive. In the late 19th century, the world was a dark, mechanical place. Steam, coal, and muscle moved the gears of civilization. But on a midnight in 1856, during a lightning storm so violent the sky turned violet, a child was born in modern-day Croatia. The midwife called it an omen of evil. His mother called him a child of light. Both were right. This is the file of Nikola Tesla. Unlike the titans we have studied before, the Bezoses, the Gates, Tesla did not just want to own the market, he wanted to own the atmosphere. He didn't see the world in terms of money, he saw it in terms of frequencies, vibrations, and energy. As a child, Tesla suffered from a strange affliction. He had vivid hallucinations. Objects would appear before him, glowing in white light, so real he couldn't tell the difference between the physical and the imagined. Most would call this madness. Tesla called it his laboratory. He could build an entire motor in his mind, run it for weeks, and then inspect the parts for wear, all before he ever touched a piece of steel. We are taught that Tesla died a penniless madman, but what if the madness was actually a frequency we simply haven't learned to tune into yet? If you believe history is more than what they teach in schools, hit subscribe. You are entering the Growth Archive, and the storm is just beginning. In 1884, Tesla arrived in New York with nothing but 4 cents and a letter of recommendation to Thomas Edison. It read, "I know 2 great men. One is you, the other is this young man." But Edison and Tesla were 2 different species of genius. Edison was a businessman, a pragmatist, a grinder. Tesla was a visionary, a poet of electrons. Edison's empire was built on direct current, a system that was weak, inefficient, and required a power plant on every street corner. Tesla proposed alternating current, a system that could travel hundreds of miles, a system that would light the world. Edison didn't just disagree, he launched a campaign of terror. To protect his profits, Edison publicly electrocuted animals using Tesla's AC current to show it was dangerous. He even funded the creation of the electric chair to link Tesla's name with death. But Tesla was a titan. In 1893, he won the contract to light the Chicago World's Fair. When he flipped the switch, more light flooded the fairgrounds than existed in the rest of the city combined. He had won the war of currents. He had harnessed the power of Niagara Falls. He had brought the fire of the gods to the masses. But in the shadows of the Growth Archive, we see the tragedy forming. Tesla was so focused on the light, he forgot to watch the shadows of the men who wanted to own it. Now the archive turns dark. As Tesla aged, his inventions moved from the practical to the paranormal. He became obsessed with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He would walk around a building 3 times before entering. He would only stay in hotel rooms with numbers divisible by 3. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe, he claimed. This is where the Giants playlist meets the unexplained. Tesla claimed he was receiving signals from Mars. He claimed he could split the Earth in half like an apple using a mechanical oscillator no bigger than an alarm clock. He moved to Colorado Springs. He built a tower that shot artificial lightning 135 feet into the air. He claimed he had discovered stationary waves, that the Earth itself was a conductor. He wasn't just trying to provide electricity, he was trying to provide wireless power to the entire planet for free. Was this the genius of a god, or the delusions of a man who had stared into the sun for too long? We are reaching the point of the archive where the government files go missing. If you're still with us, give this video a like. You are the 1% who seeks the truth behind the curtain. Tesla's final dream was the Warden Cleef Tower. Backed by J.P. Morgan, it was meant to be the first global wireless communication system. But Tesla's secret goal was bigger: global wireless energy. When Morgan realized Tesla wanted to give energy away for free, that there was nowhere to put a meter on it, the funding was cut. Tesla was abandoned. He spent his final years in the New Yorker hotel, talking to pigeons, claiming he had invented a death ray that could melt airplane engines from 250 miles away. When he died in 1943, the Office of Alien Property, a branch of the FBI, seized his trunks. They took his notes. They took his schematics for the Teleforce weapon. To this day, much of the Tesla archive remains classified. He died alone, penniless, but every time you flip a switch, every time you use a remote control, every time you use Wi-Fi, you are using a piece of the man who refused to blink. He didn't care that they stole his ideas. He cared that they didn't have any of their own. Nikola Tesla was the architect of the 20th century, yet he remains its greatest mystery. Is his greatest invention still hidden in a government vault, or is it all around us, waiting for someone else to tune in to the frequency? Click the video on your screen now to see our entry on the Sam Altman archive, to see how the new Titans are using the power Tesla discovered. Subscribe to the Growth Archive. History is a ghost story. Let's find out who's haunting it. We'll see you in the next one.